everyone was like, well, you can't do that. In the 90s, the patent went out. And so then Speaker Burrows puts it on his priority list. Yeah, it's absolutely rigged. It was about a 4-hour debate. The Democrats were just throwing all these ridiculous things.
Your organization has achieved a significant dent in vaccine mandates.
We didn't do the science. We didn't do the clinical trials. We didn't do the post-safety. But one thing we know it's rare.
Hello, and welcome back to Shot Callers Live, Republican Party of Texas Convention in Houston. I am Carrie Bigford, Outreach Director, and we are here with Texas House District Representative 11.
Yes.
Joanne Shofner. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, yes. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all.
So you are one of our champion legislators, and we're so thankful for all the work that you do. What is it that woke you up to the necessity of medical liberty laws?
Well, having children, hello.
Yeah.
And so having the children, and then, especially in the beginning when, you're just scared to death. So you're going to do everything that your doctor says, of course, and all the things. And then after, a while when they're getting a little bit older and researching and things like that, I'm like, is this the best option? Is this the best way?
Right.
So in the meantime, jump forward to now, I really, really don't like narcissistic systems.
Same.
And so, the pharmaceutical industrial complex is a narcissistic system. The medical industry complex is a narcissistic system. That doesn't mean that I don't, love my doctors.
Right.
It doesn't mean that I don't love, some medication, and we need that. It has nothing to do with that. But I just really like taking big bats to narcissistic systems.
I love that about you. And in that same vein of taking on the narcissistic system of pharma, you were our champion that helped us get OTC ivermectin available to Texans. But tell me about that process, because I know that it was not an easy thing. And even after the bill passage and implementation, we're still having some challenges. What do you have to say about that?
We are. Well, in the beginning, we during regular session, we went ahead and filed it and got lots of support and all that, but it never came up in public health. I sit on public health committee.
Yep.
So it did not come up, and as usual, things happen and it didn't come up. So in special session, the only bills that can come up are bills that are on the governor's call.
Absolutely.
So I had nothing to do. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go ahead and file it again. Let's file this one. So we filed again. I started getting my support again, and everyone was like, well, you can't do that because it's not on the call. And when I'm like, I know, but I'm just doing it anyway.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to sit in my seat this whole time. And so we just went through. And then once I got about maybe 80 signatures, I just texted Speaker Burrows, and I said, oh, by the way, I have 80 signatures on ivermectin on the counter if you're interested. He said, I love it. And I'm like, wow, great. And so then Speaker Burrows puts it on his priority list, which was fantastic. That got attention.
Yes.
That doesn't mean it comes to the floor or anything, but it got attention.
Yep.
And then we let the governor's office know.
Yep.
And in the meantime, Texas for Vaccine Choice got the signatures, 7,000, I think.
We got over 7,000 signatures.
Over 7,000 signatures for it. So that was the other, humph to get that across the line to the governors. So it was about a week later, and the governor put it on the call.
Wow.
We were just absolutely, I'm a huge woman of faith. And so all of this is surrounded by prayer. And we're just so grateful. But, as we know, back when President Trump was curious, well, ivermectin, I hear that's great for COVID-19, et cetera. And of course, the politics as they were, grabbed that horse pill, blah, blah, even though it's Nobel Prize winning
medication for
humans since the 80s.
Yeah.
Everywhere else on a shelf and everywhere else in the world except America.
Yes.
And it's because in the 90s, the patent went out. So nobody can make any money on it.
Absolutely.
So push that aside. Also, medical research dollars is for new medicine.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
they can only get money for new medicine.
And only for 10 years.
Yes.
After that, their patent expires and it becomes a generic medication,
and
which
then
you
we
can get
start all
repaid on the
over
dollar.
again. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's absolutely rigged, and I can't stand it. So I'm just so grateful for it. Already, Florida, back in the fall, implemented ivermectin over the counter, but also $65 million worth of research dollars
Wow.
with ivermectin concerning cancer. And we got so many anecdotal stories in our office
Yeah.
about how people are like, I had, pancreatic cancer. My doctor said, go get your affairs in order. Came through, stopped by the feed store on the way home, started taking ivermectin because it worked for his cattle.
Yeah.
And he's totally in remission.
Yeah.
Again, anecdotal.
Yeah.
And so they're looking at seeing how parasites, we think we're Americans and we're super clean and we don't need any sort of whatever. Have you eaten sushi or medium rare steak?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And so they're seeing that these can be, parasites can be a cancer causing situation here.
Yeah.
And so I'm so grateful Florida's ahead with that. I
But
would love for
Texas should be leading.
Well, let me say this. So as Texas goes, so the rest of the nation, and already there's 14 states that are moving ivermectin over the counter.
Yeah.
And as the federal government, as you already know, the federal government is just so clogged up, you can't get anything across.
Yes.
And so this is another strategy, is that we're a little bit more nimble in the Texas House and Texas Senate. So therefore, we're able to get these things across, and we can do it from the grassroots.
Yes.
Texas being the grassroots and moving it up the rest. And I also have to thank Senator Bob Hall. He's the one that caught it in the Senate.
Yeah.
So grateful for him. Obviously, we need both chambers to be able to pass a bill. And I'm so, so grateful to Senator Hall. He was a champion, on board, all the Senate. I mean, it was awesome. Just awesome.
So sometimes pushback we get from people just out in the state is I will say, you need to get engaged, get involved. Your voice matters. And they will say, the emails I send to my representative don't matter.
Yeah.
Nobody cares what I have to say. I'm just going to be quiet. Like, what do you say to that?
Email. And call.
Yeah.
I mean, really, really do.
Yep.
Now, there might be some reps that don't. We had an agency come to our office the other day and we're just like, I'm so grateful you're doing constituent work. And I'm like, what do you mean? That's what
Constituent work. It's called your job.
Isn't that my job? I mean, because no one gives you a book or a video on how to do this stuff. You just have to figure it out. Go be a grown up and go figure it out.
Yes.
But I had background in hotel, restaurant management, hospitality, and I've been in ministry for 3 decades. And so kind of other oriented. And so I'm like, Lord, what do you want me to do with this new ministry of being a state representative?
Yeah.
And that's exactly, how the Lord did it. And all this. But so as far as the implementation, I'm a freshman, so I didn't realize that we had to let the agencies know, okay, by the way, it's time for you to make the bill. Hello. And it is government and bureaucracy. So therefore, slow as molasses.
Yes.
So we had several.
Molasses uphill in winter.
Good one. So we had several meetings with the pharmacy board in implementation and things like that. So and they're like, but so the end meeting was everything's good. Anyone can do it. Any pharmacy can do it. No problem. No issue whatsoever.
Right.
So the big boxes, of course, are like, no, we don't want to do this. Independent pharmacists, especially, we're like, we're all over this.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful for you all for putting the list.
We made the database
of the champions.
Yes.
Champion pharmacist.
Yeah.
It's just so fantastic. So go to their website and get the pharmacies that are the champions, and they'll mail it to you.
Yes, we have a whole statewide database where we have a team of volunteers, our lovely volunteers who have painstakingly done this research. We've opened it up to the entire state of Texas where they can let us know who's doing it. And then we even promote the pharmacies who are, with their permission.
Yes.
We promote the pharmacies who are giving it to send them more business because we want to incentivize and reward that type of liberty behavior. Because really, if you can buy Tylenol and you can buy Sudafed, why can't you buy ivermectin? They have fantastic safety profiles.
Oh, absolutely. It needs to be on the shelf. And that another fun thing is, as so happens, the day that we were debating ivermectin over the counter on the House floor, it was about a 4-hour debate. The Democrats were just throwing all these ridiculous things. And so we closed and we finished. And it happened to be that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was there at the House.
Wow.
That exact same time, we went immediately to a press conference for him. And so I got to speak to him about let's make this nationwide.
What a God wink.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
Absolute
How
giant love
serendipitous.
note.
Yes.
So then when we were in D.C., Washington, D.C., President Trump had us all come up to the White House a few months ago, and he spoke to us there, and I raised my hand, and he's like, there you are. And I'm like, how about ivermectin in our county? He goes, I'm working on it.
Wonderful.
Like, okay, well, that'd be wonderful. So nationwide, that's what we're praying for, because it needs to be on the shelf next to baby aspirin.
Yeah.
And because it is so incredibly safe.
Yeah.
It's just, it needs to be.
Yeah. So have the changes at federal level affected Texas in your opinion at all?
No, because we looked at, there was a couple other states had already passed it during Biden administration, and nobody, if Biden administration's not suing them, nobody's suing them.
Yeah.
And so we just kept telling the different pharmacists were like, well, we're waiting until FDA approval. I'm like, ivermectin is FDA approved.
Yeah, it is.
What are you talking about? It's been FDA approved for
decades.
Well, but not for viral, whatever. I go, Ozempic.
Yeah.
Ozempic is,
It's a diabetes drug.
Yes, it's a diabetes drug. Oh, by the way, everyone's on it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Off-label prescription writing is the most common use.
Yes, of course. They do that all the time.
They do all the time.
What else is new? But we've heard lots and lots of lies like, oh, well, the newest lie was, they've changed the law. They've changed the law now, so we can only give out 3 milligrams.
Right.
It's like liars.
Yeah.
That's, no, it's not going to happen or whatever. So it's that one pharmacy in Dallas that you promoted didn't it 65% increase
65%
in their sales?
Increase, yes.
And not just ivermectin.
Right.
It was all the things.
Because people wanted to give their business and vote with their dollars and their feet, and give those dollars to businesses that shared their values and honored their right to decide what medications and intervention they received.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. That's what I love. This is what it looks like to support our small businesses.
Yes.
And people say, why aren't you making HEB sell? I go, well, we're Texas.
Right.
This is free market.
Yeah, it is.
You vote with your feet.
Just like we're Texans for vaccine choice.
Exactly.
I'm not interested in what your choice is.
Right.
I'm interested in you being able to legally make a choice and be informed about that choice and keep that choice private when you want to.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But what that choice is, I don't care.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
You do you, right? So I loved how you talked about the hard part of after to get the bill passed, because so many people think, oh, you get the bill passed and it's over. But this, like so many other bills, shows that in many ways, it's the beginning.
Yeah.
So as a freshman, was that like a surprise?
Yeah. Oh, it was shocked. I thought the bill was like XYZ. Turns out the bill is ABC. And then you go through the agency and then you get things implemented, and then you go through the calls and the lies and the things like that. And then, and letting everyone know, oh, by the way, we had this law.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's going to do that? Oh, I guess I will. You know, again, there's no book or video.
Yeah.
And so promoting it. Oh, we did this bill. We let everyone know. We let a lot of our pharmacists know in our district. Any of the bills that are passed. Hey, did y'all know about that? We had no idea about that. So, it just takes effort.
Yeah.
And it takes caring about your people.
Yeah.
And, I want Texans to be well and feel well, and especially in rural communities when a hospital's far away, but a pharmacy is right there.
Yeah.
And so they're able to get what they need from the pharmacist.
Yeah.
And whatever that looks like. I mean, again, we're East Texas, so we already had ivermectin over the counter. We would just go to the feed store.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And, because we all have animals. So we already know what incredible medicine it is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. What do you say to people who are hesitant to get involved? Like, because you decided to run and won, and it wasn't what you wanted to be when you grew up, I'm sure, right? So what would you say to someone who feels the calling to step deeper into this role of representing a people and being responsible for the people? As I know you look at it as my constituents are my ministry. I'm here to serve them.
Yeah, it's, you have to pray a dangerous prayer, which is, Lord, use me.
And you know what? That is a very dangerous prayer.
Yes.
I prayed that for years, and here I am.
Yeah, and here I am.
And here I am.
What am I doing here?
In a place I never anticipated being.
Yeah, and here we are. And that's how he does it, and he has a huge sense of humor, and he's so bossy.
Very.
Oh, my word, he's so bossy.
Insistent.
He's so bossy. And so, no, my husband and I, retired, and it was during, Biden years, and we're watching the news, and we're, throwing things at the TV because we can't believe what's happening.
Yeah.
And we're like, we got to do something. I was president of my Republican Women Club in Nacogdoches. And, I always, some people play golf and tennis. I, eat politics for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, for some reason. And then, I was so excited to know, it's like, Lord, this is a ministry too? Yay.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, politicians need Jesus too. And I'm like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
And so got involved that way. And so I would tell everyone, just, you got to get involved. Is there someone else that's going to do it?
Right.
I mean, Reagan said we just one generation away from losing all this.
Yes.
And it's the truth.
Yeah.
We've got this. We got to beat back these systems. They're always there are always going to be weeds in my garden.
Yeah.
I'm always going to have to pick the weeds out of my garden.
Right.
Turns out.
Yep.
And so all of these type of, like I say, narcissistic systems are going to want to always encroach for power or money.
Yep. Or both.
Both. And so that's why it's so incredibly important that we have to wake up.
Yeah.
We have to wake up.
I give you a republic if you can keep it.
Yes, exactly. If you can keep it.
If you can keep it.
Yeah. And so hopefully people are starting to wake up even more so.
Yeah.
I know President Trump has been, so incredible. The Lord has used him in incredible ways to wake everyone up, shake us awake.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like a shaking.
I call it the great reveal.
Yes.
And like all reveals, it's painful.
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel really kind of out of sorts and upside down.
Yes.
And I always think that's an opportunity. That's why God works, because we're here to be the hands and feet to help them feel safe as this transition happens, as more and more is revealed, to know that it's still okay.
Mm-hmm.
There are other people who are seeing what you are seeing.
Right.
There are other people who are feeling called to take action.
Yes.
And we're all here because we're all needed.
Yes.
And, no one is coming to save you if you will not save yourself.
Exactly. You've got to start with yourself.
You have to start with yourself.
And your family.
Yes.
And your block.
What you
and
can
then
do.
your community.
Yep.
And then your city.
Yep.
And then it has to.
We have 100 volunteers here at TFVC that do up to 70 events every single month. And they do, they're active, and they come back transformed through this process of learning how to represent their cause with grace, and how to meet people with love and not confrontation or conflict.
That's great.
And how to stand with that soft front, strong back idea.
Yes.
And then to learn how powerful they are.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them all the time, the reason there's so much effort to silence you is because you're so powerful.
Yes. Your
If
voice.
you didn't matter, they would just ignore you. But the fact that you are the obsessive object that they're trying to attain tells you how valuable you are.
Yes.
And they begin to live that out.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I love working with representatives like you and meeting people like you who have that servant mindset and are just like, well, it needs to be done, and here I am, and I don't know how to do it, but I can learn.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
All it is.
I read English and I speak English, so I can read stuff and learn stuff.
And if I don't understand it, there's dictionaries.
Yes, and not only that, but I can call someone that goes, "Do you know about this?" Yes, let me tell you about it. I mean, that's all it is.
It is.
That's all it is. Is like, I don't know everything, but I might know someone that knows something about it, and so I'm going to call them and get it from them.
It's working with others and just meeting people where they are and being willing to be open and curious with them.
And I appreciate you so much, because you all were at the Capitol during session, right there.
We'll be there again.
Yes, right there, and informative, and at the door as we're going in. I cannot tell you how helpful that is.
That's good to know.
It is huge helpful that you're standing at the door going, here, this is the vote today, or we want this, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we've
praying
had
for you.
Many and representative on the other side critique our thoroughness in passing out our
How dare you be so efficient?
How dare we be so efficient in informing our electeds what's going on about this bill in reality? But, I don't mind.
Yes.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. This, another very dangerous prayer is, Lord, let me not care what other people think about me.
Yeah.
So then guess what? He made me run for elected office.
And the two of them together, it's very dangerous.
Very, very dangerous. However, and obviously we have to answer the Lord. So we're going to, respond, hopefully in a Christ-like way, etc.
Yeah.
But those, that getting over that fear was freedom.
Yeah.
It was
agree.
absolute freedom to be able to speak the truth in love.
Yeah, of
Because
course.
truth is
always.
freedom.
Yep.
Truth is freedom. We respect everyone because they're all made in God's image.
Yep.
We disagree. We have different opinions. We have different values.
Yep.
However, respectfully, and we fight.
Yeah.
We fight too. We're strong, or we're bold, or we're courageous,
And
or
disagreement
whatever it is.
Is a part of life.
In disagreement. One of the main Democrat people who was debating me on ivermectin and all that. And
I remember watching that on the
so
House floor.
back
It
and
was
forth, back and
excellent
forth.
debate.
So afterwards, I went up to her and I just gave her a huge hug and I said, "Thank you so much for your question." She goes, "You don't mean that." I go, "Oh, I do, because you make me stronger."
Yes, exactly. You, in that moment, perfectly encapsulate how I feel about the pushback I received, outrage. I've been reaching out to people for decades now. And when they resist, I'm like, one, they're engaged with me.
Yes.
Because they're thinking enough to come up with a response.
Yes.
Two, I learn more about their position
Yes.
and why it makes sense to them and
Yes.
what they need from me to shift.
Yes. Yes.
Like, feedback is great.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't upset me. It doesn't make me feel defensive. I feel relaxed. I'm
Yes.
like, oh, thank goodness they're here with me.
Yeah.
'Cause
And it's clues. It's good data to have.
Yes, I
Okay,
want
great.
to know
They
what they
think that.
think. Yes,
I have that response right here. Plonk.
exactly. I need to know what their position is,
Yeah.
why it makes sense to them, and what they need to shift.
Yes.
And I'm only going to get that if I listen to
Yes.
them. No one's ever transformed through a lecture.
Yes. No. Yawn.
Yes,
Yeah.
you fall asleep.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and that's why college rooms are really cold.
Keep everybody awake.
They keep everybody awake, right? Okay, so medical liberty means to you, what does it mean to
Medical liberty means freedom.
you? Yeah.
We've got to be able to choose, be grown-ups and choose for ourselves.
Yeah.
And, I don't want anyone to lose money or lose their business or lose their job or anything like that. And like I said in the beginning, we love our doctors. We love our nurses. We love our people. They're our family members and all that. But we also love liberty.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here. We're here because to be free and to remain free. And if we don't fight it at all times,
We won't keep it.
we won't keep it at all.
And our body, if there is anything in the universe that an individual can claim entitlement ownership
Yes.
rights to as their property,
yes.
your physical body must top that list. What
Yes.
else could possibly top that list?
Right.
And so to live in a world where we're facing losing our own personal rights to our bodies,
Mm-hmm.
how can you say that you're free if that's on the table?
Yeah.
That's never on the table.
No, it's
you don't
not.
get to have dominion over another person's choices.
I know.
It's madness.
Right. What utopian book are we in?
Yes.
Is this Revelation?
I'm tired of reading about this
What
on
page,
the
what chapter in Revelation are we? It is just
It's wild.
really wild.
Yeah, what a time to be
it's
alive.
like, is Jesus coming back tomorrow? What's
Right.
happening? Oh my word.
Because I've been in this space for 20 something years, quarter of
wow.
a century or more, very long time. I started in California a long, long time ago. And I remember telling people then in early 2000s, they're starting with the children, but they're going to end with
Yes.
adult mandates.
Mm.
And everybody thought I was a complete and total lunatic. And many of them reached out during the pandemic to want to know what else I thought,
Yes.
because I had been right.
Yes.
I had just seen it early.
Right.
Because I knew they were never going to stay with the kids with the mandates. They wanted the adults. They
Yes.
want everybody.
Yes.
And the pandemic, the silver lining was the great reveal.
What Satan means for evil, God means
uses
for good.
Beautifully said.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I could talk to you all day, Representative Shofner, but I know that you
Well,
have
call
lots
me
of
later.
other things to do. You know what? I just may.
Yeah.
I'm so appreciative of your time and of the way you view your service to our state and of the way that you embody what it means to be a ministry-driven Christian woman serving the people of Texas. Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate that. All glory goes to God.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Shot Callers podcast. Please, if you found value in this content, rate us and share the podcast with a friend. It's a great way to get the message out and to empower everyone to make informed decisions. Until next time, never forget, we are the Shot Callers.